And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel and welcome to a review of Throne. Throne. You know, I don't know what it is, but the name of this keeps making me want to say Thrown. I know, because it looks like crown. That's just me, I guess. So Throne is a trick-taking game with dice. What a great idea, right? I like the idea. I love trick-taking games. I play lots of them. I probably played 100 trick-taking games in my life, but they're always with cards or tiles sometimes, but not dice. So the idea of this, it's thrown because you're throwing dice, and there's some sort of theming here. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's just a generic fantasy theme, but you're going to be rolling dice and then using special powers to manipulate those dice to get the results you want. Here's how it plays. There are 4 different colors of cards, and you're going to shuffle them, and each round of the game you're going to put one of each color face up in the middle of the table. Those are special powers that a player can use. So just to give you a heads up, there is an advanced variant of the game. You'll add these purple cards to the mix. You'll shuffle all the colors together, it doesn't matter, and just put 4 cards face up. And then you'll randomly put these cubes on these spots so the colors that you might need to do something will change. So the special powers matter more than anything else. There are 40 dice in the game, and each player is going to get 10 dice. I'm showing you a 4-player game here. And these are the dice that you'll have for the course of a trick. One player goes first. That player is going to pick 1 to 3 dice of the same color. So maybe I'll pick white here. I will roll it, and I have 12. The next person is also going to roll their dice. So they're sitting there thinking they have to roll white because I led with white. So they're thinking they have to beat a 12. A 12 is kind of hard to do. Well, they're going to discard a red die to use this power here, which says rotate one of your opponent's roll dice to its opposite side, changing this one here to a 1. They're then going to roll their dice, and they only get a 4. That's what they get for being such a jerk. Over here, reinforcements, select one of your unrolled dice of any color, roll it, and add the result to your trick score. So this player is going to discard a white one and roll all 4 of these, which, as you can see, was not a very good roll. So 2, 4, 6, 9 for that player, but they're still winning the trick. The next player doesn't have white, so they can do any color they want. You have to roll at least 1 die, but you could roll fewer, so they decide they're going to just roll 2 of their green dice. They rolled a 2 and a 5. Now, the winner of this trick is the person with the highest score of the lead color. So this is white, so this person wins. They're going to get 1 coin for each die that the opponent's played. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see if you think you're not going to win a trick, rolling more dice will help the winner get more points. However, if another color is rolled and a 6 is rolled, then that one is considered trump. If multiple people get trump, the last person to get trump, then this person wins the trick. And again, of course, there's special things here. In fact, here the Peacemaker says if you roll green dice and you get 2 of the same thing, you win the trick immediately. So if I roll 2 4s here, I win the trick immediately, even if some people haven't played yet. So you're always going to be playing 1 to 3 dice of a color each round. You may eventually run out if you play dice faster than everybody else, in which case you just watch everybody else play. When only one person is left with dice, or everyone runs out at the same time, the round is over. If only one person is left with dice, that person's going to lose a coin for each die they have left over. Then there might be something special for, at the end. If this one here, for example, every time you win a trick that has a blue in it, you'll get an extra 2 gold. Then you start another round, and you just keep going. So after several rounds, 1 round per player, whoever has the most gold is the winner of the game. This here is the inside of the box. This is the void. This is a piece of paper that sits in the box, and that's where you throw dice after you use them. Unfortunately, the components for this game are lackluster at best. The card quality is not that great. It's okay. The art isn't bad, but it's like the most generic fantasy art ever. The dice are bad. I'm sorry, folks. I know my dice. I like dice. These are not dice I like. These are not quality dice. I just don't like them. Maybe it's a personal thing, but I wouldn't use these dice in any game. And the coins, these little lackluster coins, bleh. So, unfortunately, that's all the components of the game. Oh, there's some cubes, too. Woohoo. So, overall, I wouldn't pick this game based on quality of the components, that's for sure. Well, I gotta say, not a huge fan of this game. In actuality, in theory, the game sounded pretty cool. I was like, oh, okay, great. There's strategy here. So I roll the dice, I look at your dice and say, wow, you rolled high. The chance of me outrolling you isn't very big, so I'm just gonna roll one die. Big deal, you rolled high, but you only win a few coins. That's interesting. The problem with the game is the extreme amount of randomness and chaos that comes with both the special powers, because the special powers, like you saw, hey, I flipped your die. There's lots of special powers like that. Like, doesn't matter what you do, bam, I blow it up. And, or so I roll doubles, boom, I won that. But it's that trump, right? That whole idea of trumping someone by rolling a 6, it just could happen or it could not happen. And with trick-taking games, there's usually luck in a trick-taking game, but if you're playing a good trick-taking game, you are watching where all the cards are going. You're going, okay, I've seen the 6 of red played. I think I can play this one okay. I'm fine. And there's some cool things. But here it's like, I hope I win this trick. I mean, literally, you hope you win every trick. Because there's no way to be guaranteed of that unless you're the last player. And even then, you're not guaranteed of that. Because you just might roll some dice and they don't work out that well. And that coupled with the component quality kind of just tanks this game for me. Again, I'm a really big trick-taking fan, and I like the idea of having these dice. I like the idea. The one card power I do like is that when, like the one I showed you, where if there's a blue dice involved, you get an extra 2 coins. Great. I like that sort of thing. But that whole attack cards and messing other people's dice up makes the game extremely chaotic, and when you add that into basically just rolling the cards. So take dice out of the situation. Pretend you are playing a trick-taking game, like hearts, and you draw your cards, but then in the corner, they're like digital. They're just blinking. And you're like, well, this is red. That's all I know. I'll play it. Oh, it's a 6 red. Yay! That's all you know. So if you have 2 dice that you're rolling, it could be from 2 to 12. And while that's fun for a lark, I think, it's not fun for a full-fledged trick-taking game. It's just extremely chaotic. At the end of the game, it's like, who won? Bob did. What did Bob do? I don't know. Julie was probably playing better than him, but he just kept rolling better. I don't know. I don't mind luck to some degree, but in this game, it's too high. And like I said, coupled with the really generic, not so great components, make this a trick-taking game that was a cool idea, but one I would recommend to pass on. Dice Tower Judgment, too random.